Every technology challenge is really a people and process challenge wearing a technology costume. I've worked across education, government, business, and consulting for a long time. And the organizations that struggle most with technology adoption, regardless of which sector they're in, they're not struggling because they picked the wrong tool or because the technology doesn't work. They're struggling because the people side of the change didn't get the same attention as the technology side. Most of the time, the tool gets purchased, the licenses get assigned, the system gets configured, and then nothing really changes. Hey, we're done, right? It's because nobody thought carefully about how the people who are supposed to use it actually work, what they need to understand before they'll trust it, and what support they'll need to build those new habits. Sound familiar? Well, we talked about the behavioral science behind this in a recent episode, and it applies here too. What's different about today's conversation is the scale and the urgency. The technology landscape isn't just evolving, it's accelerating. AI alone is reshaping what tools can do faster than any previous technology wave. And every sector we're going to talk about today is dealing with that acceleration while also managing their own unique set of constraints, whether it's budget limitations, regulatory requirements, legacy systems, workforce challenges, stakeholder expectations that don't always line up with the technology. Those are all things. So that context is important because when you understand why different sectors face different challenges, you stop applying the same generic technology advice to every situation, and you start to ask the right questions for the specific environment you're working in. That's what we're going to do today. Now, let's talk about commercial organizations, businesses across every industry that are operating in a competitive market, trying to grow or at least hold their position, and dealing with technology change that's moving faster than most management teams can comfortably keep up with. The commercial sector has some real advantages over SLED when it comes to technology adoption. More flexible budgets, faster procurement, and the ability to make decisions closer to the ground without waiting for legislative approval and a market incentive that makes staying current feel urgent rather than optional. When your competitor adopts AI and becomes 30% more productive, that's not an abstract concern. That's a threat to your revenue. And the commercial sector is moving. McKinsey's 2025 research found that 78% of commercial organizations are now using AI in at least one business function. That number's been climbing steadily, and it's not slowing down. The competitive pressure to adopt is real, and it's landing on organizations of every size, not just the enterprise companies with dedicated AI strategy teams. But here's the challenge that I see consistently when I work with commercial organizations, particularly the small and mid-sized businesses. There's a significant gap between deploying technology and actually getting value from it. You can subscribe to Copilot, you can move to the cloud, you can buy the licenses and turn on the features. But if your data is messy, your workflows haven't changed, your team hasn't been trained in a way that actually builds new habits, and there's no governance in place to make sure that people are using the tools correctly and consistently, then the investment doesn't produce the return you expected. We've talked about this in several of our episodes this season. The clean data episode, the Copilot readiness episode, the SharePoint governance episode, the behavioral science of change episode. These aren't separate conversations. They're all parts of the same conversation about how commercial organizations can move from having technology to actually using it and using it well. There's also a specific challenge that small and mid-sized commercial organizations face that large enterprises don't struggle with in the same way, and that's capacity. A large enterprise has a dedicated IT team, a change management function, a training department, and a budget for implementation support. A small business often has one person wearing three hats, a tight budget, and a team that needs to keep doing their actual job while also figuring out new tools. The technology doesn't care about the constraint, though. It expects the same level of setup and governance, whether you're a 10-person company or a 10,000-person company. And that capacity gap is where consultants, managed service providers, trusted technology partners, we add real value for those commercial organizations, not by selling them more tools, but by helping them figure out which tools are actually right for where they are, how to set them up in a way that'll last, and how to get their people to actually use them in a way that changes how work gets done. That's the conversation I have with the organizations every week. And the ones that are getting the most out of their technology investment are almost always the ones that are invested in the people and the process side alongside the technology itself.